That its soldiers opened fire on peaceful anti-government protesters in Lagos yesterday. It does, however, acknowledge the incident and says it will investigate. According to witness reports, at least 12 people were killed and others wounded after soldiers opened fire. Amnesty International says it has credible reports of deaths. Thousands of Nigerians have demonstrated nationwide every day for nearly 2 weeks against a police unit called the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Human rights groups have for years accused it of extortion, harassment, torture and murders. The unit was disbanded last week, but demonstrations have persisted, with some calling for a raft of law enforcement reforms. Nigerians living in South Africa have gathered outside the Nigerian embassy in Pretoria to protest against last night's shooting. Let's go now to SABC News regional editor Isaac Masemola. Very good afternoon to you, Isaac. Tell us what's happening outside that embassy. Isaac, very good afternoon to you. If you can hear me, give us an update of what's happening outside the Nigerian embassy in Pretoria.
Good afternoon. There's a huge crowd outside the High Commission's offices in Pretoria. They've blocked the Francis Bar Street from either side, a large crowd. They've been waiting for the past hour to be addressed by the High Commissioner. He still hasn't spoken to them, so they are still waiting. Their biggest complaint is that the brutality in their native country must come to an end. And they are also saying that there's a lot of corruption in Nigeria and nothing is being done about it. Most of them are clad in black and they are waving Nigerian flags.
We know that the protests that have been sparked in Nigeria and are mushrooming in different parts of the continent are about this SARS police unit. Tell us more about what people are saying, even after the disbandment, why they are protesting.
Could you repeat your question?
What are people saying to you about why they are gathering outside the High Commission in Pretoria?
Look, it's a huge crowd, and most of them are young people, and they came here in all sorts of transport. But now, since they are waiting for the High Commissioner and is not coming out to speak to them, the occasion now has been turned into a music festivity where there's huge Nigerian music playing out while they wait for the commissioner.
All right. Isaac Masemola giving us an update there. Of course, the visuals that you are seeing on your screen are not from Pretoria. They are from those End SARS protests that have been taking place across Nigeria. Let's stay on the story now. We cross to SABC News correspondent Sarah Kimani, who's in Nairobi, Kenya, where Nigerians and people sympathetic to their cause are also staging End SARS protests. Very good afternoon to you, Sarah. What are you seeing there?
Well, good afternoon. I've just moved a bit away from them because there is a lot of dancing and singing and chanting of protest songs. They're saying Buhari down, End SARS now, and they're also saying that assassins must go. Now, these are members of the Nigerian community who live here in Kenya. There are about 50 of them, most of them carrying placards written #End SARS, end police brutality, and we want change in Nigeria. They're singing loudly, they're dancing outside the Nigerian High Commission. They're demanding that the High Commissioner comes out and addresses them. But as yet, nobody has come out of the High Commission. They have promised to continue staying here until somebody addresses them. But they're also saying that they're grieving with the people who lost their loved ones in Nigeria at the Lekki Bridge yesterday.
Sarah, we know that there's been a denial from some people and a promise to investigate from others in Nigeria over that building. But when it comes to, over that incident, my apologies, when it comes to the End SARS protests, what kind of statements are we hearing either from people on the East African continent, perhaps from ECOWAS, around the protests and what people are calling for in Nigeria?
Well, the ones who are here are saying that some of them have actually had to flee the country because either they had they rubbed the shoulders the wrong way with a member of the SARS, or they have had incidences where they have faced direct police brutality, and therefore they are afraid of going back home. In terms of whether the East African community or any of the leadership of this part of the region has spoken, we have not heard anything. I've also been combing the internet to see if there is any word from ECOWAS at the moment. Nothing at all. Nothing also from the African Union. Probably it's still early in the day. Maybe they will be making a statement later. But a lot of people on social media, on the streets, expressing their concerns by the fact that the African Union and the African leadership seems quiet, even as the largest economy in Africa, the largest country on the continent, seems to be going through one of its toughest moments politically and also socially.
Sarah Kimani, our correspondent and reporter in East Africa, giving us an update there. We will be following that story and keeping you updated on the End SARS protests that are taking place not only in Nigeria but across parts of our continent.